2022 could be the year of the buyer. After months of low housing inventory and soaring prices, it could be the buyer's time to shine. All right, Credible.com personal finance expert Dan Roccato with more this morning for us on what to expect from the housing market this year. Dan, good to have you. Hi.
Hey, Liz, happy Friday to you.
Happy Friday. Okay, so Dan, set the scene for us. I mean, it is definitely a seller's market here in here in Western Washington. So where are we right now going into 2022?
Seattle, unbelievable, right? The median home price, 740 grand. I don't know how folks afford to live in our great city. It's unreal. So, but there is, Liz, I think a glimmer of hope finally on the horizon for some of those buyers who have been waiting. So the big story this year is going to be interest rates, right? We've seen them creep up a little bit over the last few weeks. They're still near historic lows, but they're now closer to 4% than they are 3%. And that means that we should start to see finally some price moderation. Perhaps not a decline, but at least prices starting to level off a bit. And finally, that means that buyers who have been on the sidelines might be able to get into the market.
What about the housing inventory? I mean, we've done a story today that says, like, if you go on Redfin or whatever to look for houses in our area, it looks like the page is broken because there's just nothing available. So, I mean, what about that?
So some of that is seasonal, obviously. Okay. This is not the best time for inventory. You're absolutely right. Inventory has been super tight. There are some glimmers of hope. Again, I want to give people some reason for optimism this morning. New home construction last month was up about 2.5%. So as we roll into the spring, we should see the inventory start to finally ease up just a bit. It won't go back to where it was 3-4 years ago, but we should see a little bit more supply. And as you know, more supply means finally better pricing. Again, buyers might be able to get back into the market.
All right. So if you are in the market and you want to buy, what do people need to know right now? How do we get our ducks in a row?
Be patient, but be prepared. What I mean by that is make sure that you take your time, be strategic about your search process, but also be prepared. Get your pre-approval letter. You want to be the strongest buyer out there when it's your turn up to bat, right? Here's the thing. Focus on what you can control. You and I can control our credit score. You and I can control how much we save for a down payment. We can't control interest rates, right? So what I always tell folks is let's concentrate on what you and I are empowered to do, make that the best we can, and we'll get an opportunity. And finally, Liz, it's a big transaction, obviously. These are huge numbers, but at the end of the day, we have to live somewhere. Rents are crazy high in Seattle, and they're going up even more. So instead of just thinking about it as a financial transaction, it's our home. It's where we're going to live, raise our families. You can't live in a mutual fund, right? So at some point, you want to make sure that you are able, if you want to buy a home, buy a home. If you're going to be there for 5 years or more, that's fine. 5 years from now, you'll look back and say, I'm probably glad I did that.
Yeah, these are all good tips. Dan, we appreciate this, and I hope you're right. I hope it becomes a buyer's market soon. Thank you.
Glimmers of hope. We'll see you, Liz. Thanks.
All right, we will not give up. Thank you.